deep in the shadows.
Hi everybody, if you're new to my channel, I'm Lori, and welcome to the Chatty Bookworm. Before we get started, if you're new to my channel, hi, and we'll do the house cleaning now. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please think about subscribing and hit that bell icon so you'll know whenever a video of mine is up for your viewing pleasure. This is going to be my second half, like the wrap up for the second half of April. So these are going to be a little weird because I did a lot of rereading, and I don't give, like, if it was a 6-star when I reread it, I won't give it another 6-star, of course. I'll just keep it at a 5. So some of these are going to be 5s where at one time they were a 6. They're still 6s, but you know what I mean. Also, what was I going to say? I reread one book during April. I talked about it in the first half. So the first time I read it, of course, it would be a 6-star. But the second time, since I reread it the same month, it's a 5-star. So that's why this is going to be like, those stars are a little weird. But I read altogether 25 books. I read 11 of those books the first half of the month of April. Got it? This month I read 14 or 15. Let me see. 14, I believe. Yeah, 14. And like I said, one of those was a reread. So technically I read it twice in 1 month. If that makes sense. Altogether, I had 5 3-stars, 6 4-stars, 10 5-stars, and 4 6-stars. Yes. I read, like I said, 11 books the first half and 14 now. Yeah, this is probably going to be long, so if you want, pause it and go get you a drink before you continue on, or something to snack on. I have like 50 million things here. I got my Coke from Burger King from earlier, and I got this Java Monster coffee and energy drink. It's Loca Mocha. I have a snack too, but I won't be doing the snack, of course, because I don't like to eat it in front of, I think it's weird. I mean, I do sometimes, but not when I'm doing like a real big, you know, like when I'm actually talking. So, I'll mention the ones that I read the first half but I'm not going to talk about them. So I read, the 11 books I read in the first half was Little Slice of Hell, which I gave 3 stars. So This Is Ever After, which I gave 5 stars. Forever Asher, which I gave 3 stars. Disciplinary Action. Oh, I didn't even tell you the author's names. Let's redo this. Okay, so Little Slice of Hell was by Cleo Evans, I think that's how you say it. Like I said, I gave that 3. So This Is Ever After is by F.T. Lukens. I gave that one 5 stars. Forever Asher was Rice Everly. And like I said, I gave that 3 stars. Disciplinary Action, Onley James, 5 stars. A Forgery of Roses by Jessica S. Olsen, 4 stars. His Cocky Valet by Cole McCade, 4 stars. Brutal Prince by Sophia Lark, 5 stars. But also I said, as I'm reading the book, because I'm torn between a 5 or 6, so as I'm reading the series, I'm going to see, like, if it feels like a 6 compared, like if some of the other books in that series is a 6, I'm going to feel it. I'm going to see if that one feels like a 6 like they did, if that makes sense. But that one was a 5-star for right now. Bad Habits by Onley James was 5 stars. Dark Mafia Prince by Annika Martin was 3 stars. And Play Dirty by Onley James and Neve Wilder. Oh, I forgot that first. The Bad Habits is them as well because it's a trilogy. So yeah, Play Dirty, like I said, was a 6-star. And now, oh, the one that I read twice was Madman by Antley James, which is the 5th, I had to think, the 5th book in the Necessary Evil series. So, yeah. That's the one, like I said, I read twice. So that's why I gave it a 6, but then, like I said, I reread it and gave it a 5. Because the first time I read it, it was an e-arc, and then I got a physical copy, and I wanted to read it right away to annotate it. So, and I'll show you I have it in here. I'll show you the cover. I'm not going to talk about it again because I did talk about it in my the first half. But I will say 6 stars, like I said. This was Felix. Well, it was Avi and Felix story. My babies. Oh God, you guys, Felix. He's one of those guys that like act like he's kind of like he's spoiled and stuff. You know what I mean? Like he's cocky, but yet at the same time, there's that vulnerability in him that is definitely not cocky. If that makes sense. But he's like, he wants to be treated like a princess, and yeah, he deserves it. But yeah. And Avi is Asa's twin, and Asa was the last book, which I always blank on it. Some of the books I blank on their names, but yeah. So this was really good. This is probably not my favorite book. Well, maybe. I'm so confused like on my favorite books with these ones because all of them are 6 stars, so it's all interchangeable. But I would definitely say that they're my favorite couple. I think my favorite story is the second one, which is Psycho, is August and actually it's hard between number 2 and 3. I think are probably my favorite, like the story wise. It's very hard, but yeah, Psycho is definitely one of my absolute favorites, and they're my second favorite. Well, all the couples I love. I shouldn't say I have a favorite couple because they're all my babies, so it's kind of hard to pick a couple. So I'll go with books. So book-wise, this was my favorite, I think. I don't know. It's a tie between 3 that are my favorites. This one, Psycho, which is August and Lucas. And the third one, Headcase. No, Headcase is the 4th one. That's it. The third one is Moonstruck. So Moonstruck is my other one. That's Atticus and Jericho's story. And you first meet Felix, because Felix is Jericho's brother. So that's how you meet Felix, if that makes sense. But yeah, this one, hot. And these two together, I love them. See how long I talked just about this book? But okay, so we talked about that one first, even though I'm going out of order a little bit. Headcase. The final one in the Wages of Sin. I'm so bad at remembering names. Tobis and Soren. These two. They are my favorite. You meet Tobis in the second book, which I can't think of it right now. But the second one. Wages of... No. Is it played? What is that one called? I can't remember. But anyways, you meet him in the second book. He, something is going on with him, and Soren is... He wants to learn to do what Soren does, basically. He's trying to do what Soren does, basically, and... he catches him trying to do, he meets him and he knows that Soren meets Tobis and knows that Tobis wants to, do what he does. So he wants to make sure he doesn't get hurt and stuff, if that makes sense. So, yeah. And someone's after Tobis. So, yeah. It's so good. It's so steamy, hot. There's this dog in here, Manthus, like, the praying mantis. That dog, if you read this book, you'll know what I'm talking about. That dog's cray. I'm trying to figure out where to put these. 6 stars, if I didn't say. I read The Dragon's Bride. I don't have a copy of it, and I don't know how to put it up there, but it was by Kate Roberts. Gave it 4 stars. Her husband's abusive. She wants him taken care of, so she makes a deal with this guy, and then he sells her for 7 years to whoever buys her. He puts her on auction, in other words, and whoever buys her, she has to be married and with him for 7 years. But if they get pregnant or anything like that, the baby has to stay there while they leave. But anyways, it's about like them having hot sex and their relationship and what's going to happen. It was really good, steamy, fun. Yeah, I already talked about Man. I already said that that Katie Roberts was a 4-star. I read Court, the 4th book in this series by Tracy Wolff. Of course, 6 freaking ass stars. The best book yet. Unfortunately, we got bad news that the next one that was supposed to be out in July isn't going to be out until now November, and then the last one in this set won't be out until I think it's the end of May of next year. So we got a lot longer than what we thought, but I guess her mom died recently, and then so she wasn't writing, and other things, life happens, and the shortage and all that anyways. But yeah, so I read this one. It was really hard to tell you what happened, but look at all these tabs. Of course, like I said, freaking 6 stars. There's Jackson, there's Hudson, there's Grays, there's Flint, Macy, a whole bunch of characters that I freaking love. Love. There's vampires, witches, dragons, and a whole bunch of other type of mythical creatures. I love this series so much. Love it. I don't know how I'm going to wait until November after what happens. And we know what if you know what the November book is about, or the one that was supposed to be out in July, then you'll know that now I got to wait even longer, which I'm sad about, but hey, I will just, if I start missing the world too much, I'll just reread it. 6 freaking amazing ass stars. Best book so far in the series. Made me cry, made me smile, all that kind of stuff. Let's see. I reread Heartstopper Volume 1 because of the show, of course. Came out on Netflix. I would have read book 2 as well, but I just didn't. But yeah. The first time I read this, it was a 4.5. This time it was a 5-star. I freaking love Charlie and Nick. That's all I really can tell you. If you don't know what it's about, then where have you been? If you don't know what it's about, read all 4 of them. And then go watch the show on Netflix if you have Netflix. Because, and the one they got to play Charlie and Nick in the show and their friends, whoever cast them did an amazing job. Of course, this is by Alice Oseman. Fantastic book. Or graphic, whatever. Then I read Chrysalis by S.E. Harmon, which I gave 5 stars. Some of these I don't remember anymore because it's been a while, for me at least. If I haven't read it like in the last week, I forget everything. Oh, okay, this is one where he gets shot in the head and he gets amnesia, and he thinks that he's still with this one guy and finds out he's not, and it's a whole bunch of craziness goes down in this book, you guys. There's Grayson, and I forget and Christian, I believe. Yeah. So Christian is the one that has the amnesia, and Grayson is the one that he thought he was still with. It was like, there was so much stuff going on. This author must have been like, okay, I'm going to put this type of thing in here, and this type of thing in here, and this type of thing. We're going to have, like, you go through all of it. But I really liked it. Then I read Top Priority by Kara? Something like that. D. I gave that 4 stars. Like I said, some of these I don't remember, because I suck. Okay, this is with Lucas, and it has BDSM in it. So yeah, it's they both really don't want to be they both want to be the one that's Dom, you know what I mean? But they can't, they're like not with anybody that's what's the other word? Not Dom, but the other one. They want to both be daddies, in other words, basically. And they want someone else to be, I don't know the terms. I'm still really bad at that. But anyways, they wound up getting together anyways, and stuff happens, and there's another part. There's going to be a book 2 in here, and they're going to bring, one that's not so dominant into the picture. But I really liked their chemistry and everything. I just, more plot, and it would have, and yeah. I really loved it, though. Like, I would have gave it 3 stars, but the sex scenes were so hot that I had to bump it up one star. So, yeah. Then I read, where did I put my pile? I buddy read this with my friend Ashley, Vanessa, and I forget who the other person was. I think there was one other person, but I forgot. But we buddy read Horror Hotel by Victoria Fulton or something like that, and Faith McLaren. This was a 3-star. I gave it more like a 3.5, but rounded it down to 3 on Goodreads. The one girl can see ghosts and stuff. The guy wants, like, they want their channel to grow, but the guys really want the channel to grow. And they go to a hotel that someone was murdered at. And they want to, find out if it's haunted and stuff like that. So they want to videotape stuff, because they know she can see ghosts. And yeah, it was okay. It wasn't the best book in the world, but I liked it a little bit more than Vanessa and Ashley, because they gave it a 3.3, and like I said, this was more like a 3.5, rounded it down. But yeah, I still really liked it. I would definitely give this author another chance. Yeah, there's 4 characters in here. And we got a Sapphic in here, because the 2 other characters like each other. So yeah. Let's see. Then I read, I don't know what numbers these are, but it's the first one's Angelo and Devil, I think. Both is yeah. By Sylvia Violet. Both were 5 stars. I'm trying to remember which one was which. Oh, okay. Cameron and Angelo, of course. Cameron it owns his grandparents' bakery shop, or whatever you call it now, because they passed away. And before that, his dad had it or something like that. and his dad owes these people a whole bunch of money, and Angelo is sent to get the money. And they knew each other when they were young in school, and not Christian, oh my gosh, Cameron did something that really pissed Angelo off, and now it's the present, and he wants to be able to get revenge. So he's like, okay, I'll pay, you know, the loan off if you do whatever the hell I want, whenever I want. And of course, they're gonna fall in love. It was spicy. The chemistry was hot. I just really loved it. And then Devil is book 3. So book 2 and 3 I read. And of course there's Devil, and I forget the cop's name. But the other one's a cop. And this one I liked a little bit more. Like the other one I would say was more like a 4.5, but rounded up to a 5. But Devil was so good. There was like really a lot of plot too compared to the other ones. These two were so hot together. I just cannot remember the other guy's name. Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if, I just know he's a cop. And I think we met him in the second book. The second book. Let me see if I can find out his name. Joe. I don't know why that's hard to remember, but Joe. Yeah. He's a cop. The other guy's, part of the mob. They clash and burn, but they also, no. So much stuff goes down. I just don't really want to spoil anything because it was so good. But, of course, he's on one side of the law. The other guy's on the other side of the law. He kind of wants to bring him down, but at the same time, he doesn't. And it's like them falling in love, but how do they make it work when they're on the opposite sides of the law? It was really good. I loved it. I'm tired, you guys. Like, I'm tired. We're not even done yet. Oh, I put this in different order, I believe. Or did I skip one? Oh, yeah. And then I reread Captivating, the second one in the Elite Protection Services by Anley James. This is Jane and Elijah. I don't really know what to tell you guys about this because I've talked about it 50 million times, so I don't think I really need to talk about it. But, oh my God. I'm so excited. It's not a spoiler because Anley already said that we get Shep's twin brother is going to be, oh my gosh, Archer's significant other. So we got Mac, that's his name, Mac, is going to be, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Archer's brother. I'm so glad because this is my favorite book in this series. I love Shepherd so much. And we get his brother, and they're twins. Oh my gosh. And we just get a little tiny spigot of Mac in this book, but I loved him. And I'm a part of Anley James's Patreon, and we got chapter 2 today from Lunatic, which is the book. And my gosh, I'm already like, oh no, what's gonna happen? And it ain't gonna be out until August, but luckily I'm like I said, I'm a Patreon, so I get the chapters as she posts them. Oh, yes. And so far what I've read, I'm like, oh my God, this is probably gonna be my favorite couple and favorite book, because Mac is gonna have some shoes to follow, and so far he is following it. In those 2 chapters I read, I'm like, he is definitely my Shep, my man's brother, and twin brother at that. Oh my gosh, so freaking hot and sexy, and ooh, I'm so excited for their book. Ooh, so excited. You guys know I love this series. I got the first 2 books for my friend Erica, so we're buddy reading them. I bought them for her, and yes, so I'm hoping she's gonna love them. Yes, okay. What was next? Not What It Seems by Nikki James. This one, I gave 4 stars. I'm trying to remember what this one was about. Oh, this is the one. Okay, so this guy and this other guy, they met. They had like a weekend together. The guy ghosts them, and it's a age gap one as well. But anyways, he's a psychiatrist or something. I don't know exactly what he does. I'm thinking he's a psychiatrist because, yeah. Anyways, he finds out that he's got an assignment that he has to do. So he goes and he finds out that the assignment is the one that he slept with for that weekend. And of course he doesn't tell anybody. The guy's framed for murder. And he's got to decide, he's got to say, okay, do you think this guy is crazy or do you think he can stand trial? And of course, he breaks the law. It's not a spoiler because it happens almost right away. He helps the guy, to find out what happened. And oh my gosh, I did not see who the bad guy was coming. Like, I was like, oh, okay. I think I would have gave it 3 otherwise, but not knowing who the bad guy was, that kind of shocked me when I found who it was. I'm like, oh, okay, you go, girl. So that's why it was a 4 star instead of a 3. Now my most disappointed, I'm almost done, you guys, 2 more. My most disappointed book of the month. My favorite, of course, Madman. Duh, by Anna James. My least favorite, most disappointed, The Book of Code Case by Simone St. James. I was so disappointed. 3 stars, you guys. I loved, what's the first one? I always forget the name of it. I gave Sundown Motel 6 stars. I gave the other one, the girl, something about girls or something like that, 5 stars. So I went into this book like, oh yeah, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna give it a 5 or 6 stars. It was my on my spoiler alert. It was on my 5-star prediction list. 3 stars. It would have been a 2-star, but I liked the ghosty elements to it, and I like her writing. But it was so boring. Like the beginning especially, when I would read it and then I would put it down, and then I would pick up another book, and then I would read it. When I remembered about it again, put it down again, you guys. 3 stars. Like, what? I just was so bored. But this is like, I'm so bad at remembering names, like I said. So Shay, she is interviewing this lady named Claire? No, Claire is the name of the place. What's her name? Beth. Because Beth was acquitted, though, but she was accused of killing some guys. And so she's interviewing her and getting her story. So, and I was just bored. Like, literally. My favorite part was Beth. I mean, not Beth. My favorite part was when we had Shay's point of view. I love Shay. Beth, I was like, with Beth, I was bored in her parts. Shay interviewing Beth and finding out the rest was fun, but I was so bored during Beth's scenes when she was thinking back to the past. So, unfortunately, 3 stars. And the last one I read was a manga. I read The Ancient Magnus Bride. I'm not going to even try to pronounce the author's name. But, she's like poor class. She's an orphan. she's poor class, so basically they sell her because she ain't worth nothing to them. And she gets sold to, I forget what his name is. But yeah, she gets sold and stuff happens. I don't know what else to say. Stuff happens. I liked it. There was like a lot of mythical beings in here. I have the next like 3, so I'm super excited to read the rest of the ones that I have so far. Yeah, I don't really know what to say about this. I really like these 2. I really love her. I think she's really spunky. And she's just very interesting. And I think he's interesting. And I just thought the world was interesting. Like, he has to go and do certain things, and she comes along, and stuff happens when he goes and does these errands. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's very cute. Graphic novels are so hard, or not graphic novels, sorry. Mangas are so hard for me to grade just because I'm not sure. So I just pretend like it's a regular book and I just go with my fill-ins. Or if there ain't enough of a plot, I'll look at the artwork and decide what I think about the artwork. But this one has plot and everything, so it kept me entertained. Yeah, I really liked it. 4 stars. And finally, that is it. Yay! So far, this is April is my best, like, with book-wise. You know, like how many books I read, but not very good with ratings. Like, I did do good ratings, but you know what I mean? I had 5 3 stars, you guys. You guys know I hardly ever give out 3 stars. I had 5 of them all together in April. I had 5 3 stars, 6 4 stars, 10 5 stars, and 4 6 stars, sorry. Yeah, 10 5 stars, 4 6 stars. So, yeah. I mean, I still had a lot of high ones, like 10 5 stars. That's a lot. And 4 6 stars, but, and, I mean, yeah, 4 6 stars and 6 4 stars, but 5 3 stars, you guys. 5 3 stars. Who am I? Like, I hardly ever give 3 stars. Not last month, I should say. I gave 5 of them. 5 of them. Like, am I becoming a serious critic on books now? I don't know. I guess we'll find out this month if I give plenty of 3 stars again. I don't know, you guys. Like, I'm like, wow, what in the heck is going on with me? I think I'm becoming a actual, like, critic. I mean, I still give a lot of high scores, but, oh, geez. I was thinking about even Book of Cold Cases until towards the end. It was going to be a 2 star. Can you believe that? I almost gave a 2 star. I hardly ever give 2 stars, and I almost did. So, yay me, I guess. But I'm going to let you guys go because this is already 30-something minutes long. I'm sorry it's so long. I don't know what day I'll have this up. But when it's up, then you guys will know. Let me know down in the comments how your reading month went. Favorite book, least favorite book, most disappointed book, favorite book. If you guys want to comment anything else down below, maybe do an emoji like a smiley face or a thumbs up or a book emoji, something. And until next time, you guys know DNF, it's your friend. Don't be afraid to DNF. Remember to enjoy your book. Enjoy the books you're reading. Don't read a book that's going to put you into a reading slump, that's going to make you depressed. Put it down. It's not worth your mental health. And just have a good reading month. And I will talk to you in the next one.
Did you get ready in the dark or something? 'Cause you look like a beautiful nightmare.